That's so stupid even by my standards. And I have no standards. As you can tell from my intro and my title of the video, I am doing a one color challenge using the Milo brush markers. Oops. And also, if you can tell from my video clip thumbnail, I'm also going to eat a icy. Not sponsored. I just really want to eat icy. It's hot and this feels cooling. So yeah. Ooh. That's good. What was I going again? Oh yeah. Sorry. One color challenge with Mita, which was kind of chosen by my grandmother. I forgot to record her choosing it, but she couldn't really grab the marker anyway. So, but I had a clip of her with a marker in her hand. Thank you, Gurney. So yeah, that's it. So this is the. I'm sorry, keep moving it. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So that's the. This is the mark. Well, that's not. That's the. This is the marker I'll be using. Is the Rose Red 3, and because. Where was I going with this? Here we go. It doesn't has, well, at least this set, as far as I know, doesn't have a color blender. So, to help me get the lighter tones, I'll be using alcohol, and I need my brush to get as much tones and variations, because it's just one marker, so I need that. I think I got it either. Wait, hold on. What color does this look like? I need to see this color. I did a swatching and I forgot how this color looks, so I'm just doing another swatching right here real quickly. Yeah, that looks perfect. Wow. Okay, this is totally by coincidence. I did not purposely plan this, but I have an idea. Okay. And sorry, talk with my mouth full. I was watching a video by Halala Art. I think that's the name. I could totally be wrong. I apologize. No, not Halala. Well, I did watch hers too. I watched a lot of people who did try this out and did preview. What's her name again? I'll put a link to her video or an iCard above for her, to the video or to her site, whatever. How she was complaining, or how she didn't like that the colors, the Ohuhu brush colors were either too orangey or peachy or whatever, which was fine with me because personally I like those. I actually add those more into my illustrations. Matter of fact, I add even more red and more peach. That's just my style. So I totally understand and respect how she doesn't like those. But yeah, so I didn't mind. So I don't mind the skin set. I think it's perfect for me as a person who add peach and yellow, or well, peach and other colors underneath the skin tones. Totally appreciate it. But honestly, because they have green, I never get to understand the green. I don't know if another person used this artist, because like I said, I watch a lot. I watch Drawing Waffles, Lucinema, again, Hala Art, and her all use these. So, but I don't know if anyone actually used this color. So I want to see. But then again, when she was talking about peach, I'm like, why didn't you use a green to neutralize it? Because peach is like kind of red, and green, it's like the complementary. So I want to see if that works. So, you know, a little experiment for me. And maybe you can tag along with me. So yeah, I'm actually totally discussing ideas right now, right? Yeah. Okay, last one. I Do not promise, but this is the last time you hear me. Okay, so I'm gonna do some sketches. For this, and I want to do a quick sketch for this. And FYI, you're gonna see an illustration on the page. I did a. It's not. I didn't do a video of it, but I just wanted to get this out now. I did an illustration, a 3D marker illustration, also using the eel brush that I chose myself. But this time, also, I want to do more of these color challenges, but this time let my family pick my colors. And I won't do it all one behind the other. So it's going to be kind of serious, but I'm going to sprinkle it out throughout the year. So, yeah. Could be out for that. Okay. Now I'm done. Okay, so I found the name. The name is Jinx the Creative. I just want to add that in real quickly. Okay, now back to the schedule. Schedule challenge. Okay, just quickly want to mention, if you're curious about what colors I chose to use for the Ohuhu skin tone to mix with the green brights, I used the 4 colors I chose was the BR208, which I think was the black brown, which is very pink, and the YR205, which is also a very pink color. And then for the orangey-ish color was the YR7 and YR8, which is very close in color, but they were also very orangey. So just those are the reason why I chose those colors. At least to me, those are the ones that stand out as very orange and very pink, and why I use those as examples. And you know, I'm recording this like after, like exactly right after. So yeah, and just staring at it more and more, it makes me feel like, yeah, it's kind of brownish. You can see kind of a slight brownish tone, less pink. I mean, the YR5 is very pink, so that stands out a lot. But mixed with the YO8, the black brown, it tones down the pink a lot. So the green. So I don't know. Take and choose, pick as you will, and work around with what you have. You know, again, I said it earlier. Well, technically later. You just work around, play around to figure out what's best for you. And then just give me an idea of how I can implement the green, because I don't know, I was just curious, why would they include this very, very green color as a skin tone, you know? But moving on to the challenge in hand, the 1 color challenge, and I did a quick color swatch, but it was with graphite, so it looks very darker than what is presented here for the final. But yeah, that alcohol, because as I said earlier, this time I did say it earlier, this set doesn't come with a colors blender, so I had to use alcohol, which saved me a lot in color spreading. But I don't know if I colored too thin, or maybe I didn't put enough alcohol. I mean, when it comes to the background, it was very light pink, so I think I did add a lot on that one. But the skin and the water, I try to make the water darker, but I don't know. I feel like the skin and the skin color came too close, and I didn't want to put too much alcohol because it was starting warping the paper. And this is marker paper, but I don't think it would approve of like alcohol, the direct alcohol on top of the paper. So it was like wriggling the paper. So I got a little sorry. Worry about that. I wasn't sure where I was going with it. Oh, so to mention, I'm skipping way ahead of time because right now you're probably just watching the sketching phase. So yeah, I decided to do the idea that came to me when I was eating icy. I did like 2 quick thumbnails because I wanted to implement the icy I was eating. And instead, I just decided to do like a pink pool idea. I don't know. So yeah. So a pink pool-ish idea of what I was kind of going for ish, and while I was watching, the reason why I'm also skipping ahead, I was watching YouTube videos as per usual. There's nothing unusual for me, but yeah, there we go. So as I was watching and listening, well, mostly listening, not really much watching, listening on and trying to figure out what color, because just putting the color down and seeing what I see, it looks so much similar, so I think it would work if it was pure. that pure color, but it's not. Instead, I water it down. Well, not water, alcohol it down with alcoholing. And I use two colors because initially I used a very peach color, so you don't see too much of it. And yeah, you don't see too much when the color it in, so I'm very happy with that. But since I was using red, the parts where like at least for the background and the foreground area, where like for her and for like a bits of the water, I retraced it in a darker red because it's gonna blend in the red anyway. So you know, why not? I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a dark outline on top of it, but I'm glad I didn't went with it. Instead, I just rely on shadows and light instead. So pretty much outlineless. Yeah, that's the word. Okay, so yeah, pretty lineless work. I probably would need it for her nose, but I just may do with like taking two lines, and that'll work for her nose. I don't know. The background I color, it was pretty flat color. I just wanted to do something in the background. I had no idea, so I just put stars. I threw away the plastic, so I have no idea if it has even stars on the I see. I just went with like things I like to draw on, which was like stars and hearts. And it was two on the nose because it was red, and then hearts. Two on the nose, so I decided to go for stars instead for the background. And just looking, then you know, color it in. And I just went pure red in few areas, and I tried to make it darker by going overlapping it. But I did this like when I first got these markers. I see how far and how dark can I make these colors, and usually I can only go for like 2, maybe even 3 times, and it can get pretty dark. But even looking at it now, I don't think you can see the lights from the shade. It looks like one flat color, besides adding the whites. And you know, again, using what's this called again? Other tones, like alcohol to water it down to get more tones. It would have looked pretty much flat. One flat color tone. Also, I'm glad I added the shade in, the shadows. I wasn't sure if I needed that, and I'm glad I put it in. It was a very last minute thought process. So also, I'm also glad talking about my grandmother real quickly about picking this color. As if she couldn't, I want everyone in my household, at least everyone I live with, to choose a color. And I'm going to do that for everyone else. My sisters, my mother, father, and so on and so forth. Actually, that's all that has for me. So yeah, I wanted to do that with each of them, but it's not gonna be one color, as I said. As I go on, it'll be 2 colors, then 3 colors, and since it's like a total of 5 people, it's gonna be up to 5 marker challenge. So that's the markers colors I'm gonna go up to, and I'm actually really just starting right now, but I'm not. The sun is going down, so I have to hold that off until tomorrow or whenever. I gotta actually edit these videos before I do that. And it was very hard for her to pick up the marker to choose a marker. I just went with the marker that she was mostly like close to, her hands was mostly on, and it was like the rose red. That's the color. So yeah, so I hope you like it. Thank you for joining me today. I hope the Ohuhu was very helpful. Any suggestions on maybe how you could probably use and implement the green color in the skin tone set? So yeah, that's it for today. Voiceover Gabby out. Peace. Okay, here it is. A finished outcome of the 1 color challenge and challenge of getting neutral skin tones. Maybe more on that later. But from afar, it doesn't look as bad, at least through the camera. It does look kind of brownish. But, you know, it's still also kind of green when you go closer, when you see it for real life. But it's not bad. Also, I think this became slightly more brown also through the camera. But it'll still look orange in real life. But I don't know. It depends, I guess. Just gotta play around more with it. So, yeah. And with that 1 color challenge, I think I either made it way too light or I didn't put enough contrast. I mean, you can still see it. And you can see skin color versus the water. But, you know, I did my best with the 2 colors. And of course I had to add white because you can't add white. Yeah, this is it. Very simple. Kind of inspired by my icy that I was eating earlier. What do you think? Good? Bad? If you like what I'm doing, feel free to subscribe, like, support me on Patreon, share my video, and comment below about, you know, anything, I guess. So thank you for watching. Till next time. Bye.